Oh, hey, come in.
Thank you.
Are we ready to perform? Come on. Hi, I'm Eva Westphal. I'm a senior in Columbia College. I'm a music major, a social minor, and I write songs about being gay, about recovery, and I'm super excited to be on Tiny Dorm today.
Can you hear it? Good. Yeah, I love it.
Good?
Yeah, amazing.
This first song is called I've Never Written a Song About a Boy, and I wrote it in 2020 when I realized I was lesbian. There's an old video on my mom's phone. I must have been 6 or maybe 7 years old, telling her there's no way in hell I'm getting married. You're gonna have to drag me down the aisle. I have memories of sitting at the TV, thinking none of my friends think like me, but they sure seem silly while they crush on the boys on screen. I must have written 500 songs of calluses to prove it, just me and the music, but something always just felt wrong. Words without a tune, a wedding with the groom. Then I realized I've never written one song about a boy. Then I'm 13, walking with my friends down the hallway. They're talking about the dance on Friday, wondering which boy will ask them, but I don't even wanna go. And at 16 I'm wondering why I hate the movies where some guy sweeps some girl off her feet. But somewhere deep down I think I know, 'cause I must have written 500 songs of calluses to prove it, just me and the music, but something always just felt wrong. Words without a tune, a wedding with a groom. Then I realized I've never written one song about a boy. And the world looks brighter now. I'm almost 20 and the world feels lighter now that I'm happy. And my parents say it's nice to watch me look so free, and I think that I am finally me. I must have written 500 songs of calluses to prove it, just me and the music, but something always just felt wrong. Words without a tune, a wedding with a groom. That I realized I've never written one song about a boy.
Yay! Cut. Why music? What made you get into music?
I started playing violin when I was 6 years old, and I grew up in a pretty big family, so I have 4 little brothers. And my dad, one of the conditions of growing up is that we all start playing an instrument when we're really young, and then we continue until we're 18, and then after that we can choose to not play that instrument anymore. So I played violin, and at the same time I fell in love with singing. I was just always singing around the house. And so when I was 13, I begged my parents for a guitar, and they got me a guitar for my birthday, and I never stopped writing songs. And music has just always been it. Like, I can't really imagine my life without music. It's always been my outlet my whole life. And it's been just the greatest gift. And now I'm 22, so it's like pretty much the entirety of my life has revolved around music in some way or another.
So what inspires your songs?
Moments of gratitude, definitely these days, or moments where I feel like my life is progressing or I'm learning something new about myself. Those are like the 2 biggest trends that I see in writing my music.
I know gratitude's a really big part of your life, so how do you practice gratitude?
So I do a gratitude list every single night. I'm literally going to pull this up right now because it's crazy. It's a little psychotic, but I do, like, if you search up gratitudes on my phone, 430 found, literally gratitudes, all the way down the phone. And it is just a way for me to, like, honestly take a log of my day. The first 5 are always the same, and then the last 5 are, like, if I went to coffee with a friend, if I spent a lot of the day like playing music. This is definitely going to be my gratitudes today because it's just like time spent doing what I love. And I practice it that way. I practice it through songwriting. I check in with myself. Sometimes I meditate, although like I'm so type A and I move through the world kind of quickly, so it's hard for me to do. But when I do meditate, I feel good. So I should do that more. But yeah, there's lots of different ways I practice gratitude, and it helps me a lot. Like, I feel like it's a really great way to move through life. The second song I'm going to be playing is called Lhadon and is about the gratitude I have for my supportive friends and family. My dad always asks me when I'll get a wife and settle down, and one of my friends sends me pictures of every rainbow she finds. My best friend is ready to vet any girl that I bring around, and my brothers, well, they come to me for advice, and TV shows will still kill us off, and politicians will still tear us down. But in that moment I almost forgot, 'cause you loved me so loud, loud, loud. Yeah, you love me so loud. In June, New York fills up with flags and they color the streets, and if I get sad I make sure to look out of my window at night. My mom asked to hear all the songs that I'll never release, and my grandma has a tattoo that matches with mine, and TV shows will still kill us off, and politicians will still tear us down. But in that moment I almost forgot, 'cause you love me so loud, loud, loud. Yeah, you love me so loud. And TV shows will still kill us all, and politicians will still tear us down. But in that moment I almost forgot, 'cause you love me so loud.
Beautiful. So, I know you're a massive optimist, so how do you keep up your positivity and your optimism all the time?
So I definitely did not used to be an optimist. I was very much a cynic, but the more I went through, and especially in the past 2 years, I've started really seeing so much beauty in the world around me, to the point where like it's hard for me not to be an optimist. And there's this quote from Everything Everywhere All at Once where Wayman says, "When I choose to see the good side of things, I'm not being naive. It's strategic and necessary. It's how I've learned to survive." And I feel like that's definitely true. I mean, now it's not like I'm on survival mode. Like, I live my life, and generally I'm happy as a clam most days. But for a while, that I was struggling with a lot of different things, which are topics in my songs, and I learned to be optimistic, and it was kind of like a learned thing, and now I carry that with me.
How do you think songwriting has helped you learn more about yourself or reflect on who you are or your identity?
I think each song that I write is a feeling that I had or a moment in my life, and it's kind of like a journal. I think some people keep journals where they're able to learn something new about themselves, or just like keep a log of their inner world through their journaling, and that's how songwriting shows up in my life. So it's like I can look at songs that I wrote 2 years ago, 4 years ago, and I can still empathize with that feeling I was having, even if it's not what I'm feeling like now, and it lets me kind of just like take a pulse on where I am in my life. So like the songs I am writing right now revolve around like graduating, around feeling like I'm growing up, being like I'm going to be an actual adult in a couple months. But like 2 years ago, they revolved around recovery or like living in New York City, because that was the first couple years I was living in New York. So it's just kind of like emblematic of where I am in my life at the moment. This last song is called Proud of Me, and it's the next song that I'm putting out, and it's about transferring that same love that I feel for my friends and family, but giving it to my younger self. If I met myself at 13, I would tell her that we made it. And no, it's not the way she thinks, so baby, we're not famous. I tell her that we live alone, play lots of shows, and we got into school. We got into school. I tell her that when people said she'd like some boy someday, that they were wrong. I'd say I love her hair and all the words she writes into her songs. I'd say at 22 we still don't give a shit about being cool. About being cool. So ain't it sweet to not lose any ages? I've been on some days I still feel like I could be 14, and I know future me is out somewhere out there, and she's watching me through her memories, and she's proud of me. I am proud of me. If I met myself in 90, I would tell her not to tell me how it ends, 'cause for the first time my future's an adventure, not a threat. And every morning I can wake up knowing 3 things will come true. They will come true. So ain't it sweet to not lose any ages? I've been on some days I still feel like I could be 14, and I know future me is out somewhere out there, and she's guarding me through her memories, and she's proud of me. I'm proud of me. So feel the fear, then let it pass. Hold your friends, it goes by fast. Plant your flowers, take your naps. Hold your friends, it goes by fast. It goes by fast. It goes by. It goes by fast. It goes by. It goes by fast. It goes by fast.
Could you share with us like your little journey through writing the songs and what you've realized through those songs and your coming out journey?
Yeah, so the 3 songs I performed today were I've Never Written a Song About a Boy, and Loud, and an upcoming song called Proud of Me. And I see them as 3 steps in one of the journeys that I feel like I was taking through my songwriting and just in my life. And I've Never Written a Song About a Boy was written in 2020, and that's when I was realizing that I was a lesbian. And that song was literally, you can hear in the lyrics, it's me like recounting my childhood in my head and being like, all these signs point to I am a lesbian and I don't like men. And so by the end of the song, it's like, I've come out and my parents are proud of me and people are happy for me, and so it was just kind of me being grateful for that over the course of that song, which kind of leads me into Loud, which was written in 2022, and I had like my brief moment of inspiration that came from gratitude, because my dad, when I came home for the summer, he was like, when are you gonna get a wife? Like, just very casually, but that was the way that he teases me and all my brothers. And I had this moment where I was like, I feel so grateful to have a family and also like a chosen family and friends that are completely supportive when I know that a lot of people don't have that. And so I started writing that song just out of gratitude for the people I have in my life. And that song specifically turned into really like a special kind of anthem on TikTok. A lot of people resonated with it or like used the song to show off their friends that are supportive, even if they didn't have like immediate family that played that role in their life. So it can really apply to anybody in your life who you feel understands and sees you. And then Proud of Me, I started writing it on my birthday when I turned 22. And part of that in the chorus is like, ain't it sweet to not lose any ages I've been, because I was kind of freaking out on my birthday. And I was like, but really I haven't lost any of those ages. Like, I'm 22, but I'm also 21. I'm also 14. I'm also 12. Like, all those ages are still within me. And it also kind of turned into a song about, like, talking to my younger self and being like, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you for everything that you are and everything that you don't know you are yet. And that song is going to close off my EP. And that's actually the name of my upcoming EP, which is coming out on May 12th.
Besos te diré, mi cariño es para ti.
Cristian.